topics like that comes up and it's so important, I'm not going to sit on it for days and weeks before I even make a video. If I can touch one person, like I remember a girl that finally left. Oh, hello, Mabna Gracie. She finally left her like her violent marriage. She messaged me. She was like, I finally left. We're in a hotel. We're waiting for them to give us accommodation and everything. Domestic violence. Yes, it's a joy. It's domestic violence. She finally left a domestic violent, abusive relationship. And she left. She actually left. You don't even understand when you hear a woman has actually left a situation like that. And if I make one video and I tell my story 20 billion times, and every time one person is affected and actually walks out and stays alive, my job is done, mate. And I'm never embarrassed to share my story. Embarrassed. Embarrassed with who? To who? For who? For the way? Please, I'm not embarrassed though. You know, everybody can speak out. So the ones that can, we must speak out and support each other. The cocktails, they are stood by the bar the whole time at my friend's wedding. She does it. So if you're okay, I'm telling you. Like, Fuse on the Go is the ish, man. We can't wait to walk into the supermarket and just pick up Fuse on the Go. It's an exciting, it's so nice. It's like, I'm not even just bigging up. If it's not nice, I'm not going to say it. It's so nice. Yes, over 30,000 people die a year from domestic violence. I'm not even going to sit and wait. If you can share, guys, please do share, and let's go. Over 30,000 people die. Like, guys, click on the share button. Let's share. Let's invite some women up here. You might share and get just one person that's actually going through this whole thing. And Charlie, we cannot let this go. As women, we talk about International Day, motivation, blah, 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 blah. But these are difficult conversations in our community that we are scared to tackle and talk about it. That's why I'm like, Charlie, even if I'm not in the mood to do my makeup, put wig on, blah, blah, I will come here with my face and I will talk about important issues. And even if it's 3 people just watching and 3 people are affected and actually do something about the situation they're in, Charlie, and when I'm here, honestly, because some people are going through domestic violence, and some people have been through it and stuff, and they don't want to talk about it, and they don't want to share it, because not everybody has the confidence enough to share it. What am I say? Maybe I'm inferior. I don't even care what anybody says about me, as long as somebody else is saved through. Charlie, I will cry Sunday. Today, the story I saw, 2 stories. One was a young girl, and the other one, the other one is a 40-something-year-old woman that's dead through the hands of a man. Sorry. So, I'm so tired. I think it's tiredness that's doing me right now. So, 2 stories there. A young woman, she was 21 or something, said her ex-boyfriend, said Daniel has killed her. Yeah? The mother was talking. And the other one is a 43-year-old woman or 40-something-year-old woman who's been married for 20 plus years, dead, gone through domestic violence. The husband is on remand or is in jail or something, waiting to go to trial. Not trial, waiting to have like, a plea hearing or whatever thing that they do, the legal people do, I don't know. But he's yet to come in front of the judge to be told, whatever it is, he's in jail. He's not in prison, he's in jail. The brother of the woman spoke to the radio station today. And the brother of the woman explained, sir, 3 to 4 weeks ago, he told her to walk out of the marriage because it is too bad. I'm talking about a couple that are actually very well off in terms of very comfortable in terms of finances. They come to the UK. They live in Ghana, but they come to the UK for holidays with their children, and they live in a nice house, and the guy has a company. The guy has a company, so the guy has a very good job. I'm not very sure what the woman does, but excuse me, but apparently, like she has a store or something like that. Like she has a store, and maybe like ni shop a man or something like that. But anyway, so this is how the woman died. So apparently, it's like almost a sign, right? A story, like upstairs and downstairs. Until we're free, a throw her the bottom. Like she's fallen from the corridor down. Okay, so the husband, so the brother said, this is the brother's story, says that the husband, this happened like in the middle of the night, so about 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the early morning, and the husband called the father-in-law, the wife's father, and said to the wife's father, but remember, this woman, she fell up to down. She was dead on arrival. DOA, dead on arrival. Right? So, she was dead on arrival to Leicester Hospital or something. I think it was Leicester, they said. If correct me if I'm wrong. I stand to be corrected about the name of the hospital. The Leicester Hospital actually said the woman was dead on arrival. But the husband called the father-in-law and said to the father-in-law, say, so and so, like let's say Amma or whatever, she is in coma and she's in this hospital. The father lives about 3 hours away from the Leicester Hospital, yes. The father lives about 3 hours away from the hospital, this said hospital. And so the father, the husband told the woman's father that she's in coma. And then when the father, obviously, or a father who loves his child, got straight in the car, whether driving or other means of transport, and went straight to the hospital. So when he goes to the hospital, call the husband and be like, where is she? And he says, oh, yeah, she's been moved though. She's been moved to Teaching Hospital or some other hospital. And he's like, and because she's in coma, so they have to move her to another hospital. Okay. Not knowing all this time now, he's saying all this to the father-in-law. No, the woman is in the morgue. She's in a mortuary. She's in a fridge. She's in a morgue. And he said, if this woman died, by accident, it wasn't through his hands or any ill means, why does he feel the need? Why does he feel the need to lie to the father-in-law? If Sebibisi, not say like your partner is hurt, now the narco hospital not that or the friend is saying like the person is in a friend is saying coma. Me, as I'm in the hospital, I'll be calling my parents. I'll be calling people, telling them, even if it's in the middle of the night, when they see your missed call, they will call you back. They will call you back. He didn't call the father-in-law till about 9:37 to be precise. Exactly what the brother said. And he said, if there was nothing fishy going on, why did the husband found the need to lie? Say, okay, maybe he's scared to tell him over the phone, pa. You should have called and said, Daddy, I send BSU into me pouch, please come as soon as possible. Just I don't want to tell you on the phone. I don't want to discuss anything with you on the phone because you don't know the situation he's in at that end because you're on the phone. So if there was no ill intentions or anything funny going on, he would have called and said, Daddy, whatever I want to tell you, I can't tell you on the phone. Auntie, please get on the next bus and come home. Yeah? And so you would, obviously she's in the morgue, so you will come home, wait for the father-in-law, sit him down and say, Daddy, saying it's you, but I've taken her to the morgue. But no, you lie to him and lie to him and lie to him. When you know, said your wife was dead on arrival to the hospital. Apparently, this man has been abusing this woman for a very long time. Excuse me. Oh, God. English weather. Today is hot, tomorrow is cold. Today is hot, tomorrow is cold. So, she is dead on arrival. But no. So something fishy. Just how? Is either this woman, was she drunk? Was something going on? Because how did she fall in the middle of the night? Even in your own home with the lights off. Because it's your home, you know where things are. I'm telling you. You can literally walk around in the house with your eyes closed. Because you know your surroundings. You know the kind of surroundings you are. What's going on with Lucy's phone? It keeps saying, Lucy, watching. I said that like 20 times, over 30 times. And so, you would know your house surroundings, where things are. You wouldn't accidentally just fall from the top to the bottom, just like that. Because for a corridor, there will be a fence. You don't just, you don't just walk off a corridor. Corridors are not built without a guards and fence and whatever. Just like that, this woman is falling from a. She has been married for over 20 years. That's where my point will start. Over 20 years. And this is where my shouting is about and my craziness is about to start. Yes, Sister Joyce, I know. I will. She's been married for over 20 years. This is our problem in the African society. I've been with him for 6 years, I've been married for 10 years, I just have to manage. How am I going to take all these children? 4 children, 3 children. Who's going to marry me? How am I going to start all over again? I've been married, It's been 20 years. What can I do? He's been beating me for 20 years. I'll just manage it like that. I know how he is, so I won't say anything to irritate him or get him upset. I just know how he is. Enduring this bullshit from this motherfucker for all this time. Because the same society we live in will judge her. The same Councillor Luchot will tell her that she's used goods. She is second-hand goods because she's a bontre. She's left her husband. So she's used with the same people. The same people that tomorrow you will be seeing them making loud noise. Leave him. You should have left him. Are the same motherfuckers that will tell you that you're used goods. Yes. Councillor Luchot will tell you, say, you're used goods because you're born 3, you're born 2, you're born 1. You will stay there and then you will die. I was 21 when I got married. I had a child. 22 when I got married. 21 when I had my first child. And so and the abuse started. It started. And because I don't want society to say, and I want them, and I when you kunu, and I want them, and I when you kunu, and I will yes, and I will say. And so I married my abuser. I married him and he beat the crap out of me when he felt like it. And the biggest nonsense I hear Nkwasi asem na ya mix no. Eye. Obeme bi ani hwa, obeti sika ko ware na tamfo. Obeme bi ani hwa, obeti sika ko ware na tamfo. Inti ohima, what did you do? Anybody that asks me that question is a fool. Is a foolish fool. Is an uneducated uni fear nyansa. Unso uni school nyansa. Where Jimmy? Do you not know that people have ugly tendencies in them? Do you know that we have narcissist, egotistic men and women out there who feel that when you are married to them, they owe you so they can treat you anyhow? So if you tell me, say, Obia and Tinisika and Kawarina Tanfo, then you are excusing the person that is doing the abuse, that's beating the crap out of people. And Obi and Tisika, one time I was on a radio station and we were doing this discussion and a man came. And then I was because Obi and Tisika and Kawarina Tanfo and Obi and Tisika. Listen, the marriage is for two adults. It is not for a man to discipline a woman in the marriage. Even when there's a disagreement, I don't need the man I'm married to discipline me. Menyaneba. And ya ono no wo me. Enya onu eno wo me. No akache me say the obeme bia and tisika no man will marry his enemy. So we are making excuses that if a man talks and you disagree with him or you talk back in marriage, you deserve to be beaten. You deserve to be slapped. You deserve to be abused. That is the excuse we are making in the African community. Because you will hear a fool to come and tell me, say, and your be I'm sorry, I'm worrying a town for into him. What did you do? Why did he slap you? Why did he hit your eye? Why? And that is what I keep hearing. And do you not know people have ugly tendencies in them? Do you know people have been brought up in abusive homes? And so they think that when you are married, you must discipline your wife, beat your wife, teach her a lesson because you are the man? How can you change a narcissist? Nana Sika, thank you. How can you change a narcissist? How can you change somebody who is egotistic, who's rude, who's pompous, who thinks he owns the woman he has gone and paid bride price? Charlie, when you pay bride price, you don't own nobody, oh. You don't own any woman you've paid bride price. Bride price doesn't mean you're buying us from our parents, oh. Can you buy us women? Can you buy a woman? You can't change a man who thinks the only way to communicate is to slap the heck out of you so that you can fear him and do what he wants. You can't change a man who was brought up in a situation that the mother had no opinion and the father can do what the heck he wants in the house. You can't change a man who was brought up in an environment who thinks that women are second class and is underneath him. So now that I am the husband, now I'm the man in this home, and you are going to obey me. You are going to obey me. We don't obey in marriage. We submit. And don't misconstrue submission with slavery. Women submitting in marriages don't mean we are slaves. So slave trade ended at 400 or something years ago. And yet, and I want to be treated and say slaves. So we need to stop that statement of obi any who obe sorry I worry ne townful obi any who obe sorry. Listen, even if you talk and the woman talk back, even if you insult the woman and she insults you back, it doesn't give you any right to pick up your hands and beat the crap out of her. Me say 22 years old girl, my worry. I just said he was a narcissist. He was controlling. It was all about what he wanted. Even to give him everything he wants, he will still find a way. Me say the day on the 24th of December, he beats me black and blue in front of his friends. Ubenya stupid person. They catch him and say, well, since you know how he is, don't talk back at him. Look at how we are just pampering and nurturing bad behavior by the statements we make when somebody tells you the situation. Look at how we are nursing stupidity by telling us, but you know he gets angry, so do this. You see, the moment you need to walk on eggshells with your husband, with your wife, because you know if you do this, he will slap you. So let me do this so he doesn't slap me. It is not where you need to be. In fact, a marriage where you need to exchange words, kwasia, abua, we Jimmy, is not a marriage you need to be. It is very unhealthy. Arguments with your partner does not include kwasia abuao. Argument with your partner does not mean degrading them, destroying them. And that's not what misunderstandings don't mean. I don't remember a misunderstanding with my husband where I have to say he's kwasia until like to express my opinion or to express the anger I'm in or the misunderstanding we are having. But our society keeps defending men, abusive men, because you will find an idiot in this situation where the woman is dead. You will find an idiot who will come and say, but what did you see, the fact that you hear somebody say, hey, Kuno, they will say, but what did she do? What can you possibly do to a husband to deserve to be beaten to death? What? Can somebody give me a good reason to be killed in the name of marriage? In the name of marriage. Now you put me the 24th. No, and on him, what did you say? You know, you probably raised your voice at him. Who the F cares if I raised my voice at him? Do I deserve to? I don't me, Papa, my father who gave birth to me, who looked after me, brought me into this country, has never picked up his hand and hit me before. Me Papa me da. Me Papa me me da. I was able to sit in a marriage for a man to beat me and beat me and beat me until I came to my senses. Because, you know, we have a community that encourages men to beat us. It encourages men to beat us to the point that we will be picked up in our marriages in a casket. What can I have possibly done to a man to beat me? And then you hear another fool tell you, so you must have done something. I don't know, Muslim a dancer. I don't know, Muslim a dancer. Obi e wuko. Maybe me and aname walk kudro. It's nemu. Ebi amio. Obi onisa kukudrono. But we have a community that keeps encouraging this bullshit. And then when you speak, you will have somebody to come and try to justify someone's bad behavior. What does a woman need to do to the husband for the husband to do that to her? Now, women, we are so degraded in the African community that we have no voice, no opinion, nothing. And then we keep having this over and over and over again. And then we have people dying and dying. We have women dying in the name of marriage because you are born marriage and we have women dying every day in the hands of marriage. You can even go and tell the parents, and the parents will say, hey, sorry na ko kunu ho. Now most of also sorry na ko, and you go and pick up your child in a casket. Because they will tell you, Obi any ho be worry na tanfo, Obi any ho be worry na tanfo. Now what say? Who shame me? Now your boy sorry free our and I say, the only time I will tell a woman to leave that marriage is when she's being beaten. Because me, I've been there. Me, I've been there. I have been there. Me na make a throw. And so I stand firmly and I speak with confidence when I tell you that leave that man. If a woman is raising her hands at you, leave her. Hey, ujai awaria unwo. Ujai awaria unwuda. Mena me kamitro. So that time you cry now be blossom. You will blossom like a motherfucker. You would not die. So what's it? You would not die if you live that 10 years of marriage that you've been beaten for 10 years. You will not die. Hey, when you die, when you were being born, there was no certificate that came with you that says you must be married before you die. So what's it must say? You must be married. Hey, leave that man, leave that woman. That thing's the only way to deal with problems is to beat you. And you don't know. Let everybody say what they're saying. Mobiankasa. People talk. Ghanaians, they talk. They are hypocrites. Ghanaians will kill you and come and ask for takeaway at your funeral. I'm not making control. They will kill you. They will kill you. And then they will come to your funeral. They will come and dance as onto. And then they will come and ask for takeaway at a funeral. Your life is more than a ring on your finger. Me, I will and yeah, me ferrida. I will never be embarrassed. Because face before them for your mona motor video. That's why a woman, you need to find something to do. You need to have your own thing. We have women that are married, that are working, and their money goes into their husband's account. This is how controlled some African women are. That you are married. Me sister, me homie, I don't mean bonny din or share me. Share me say you tuanika sad time you tuanika na ni sika kwa ne husband ne a friend is in the account no ne husband na catch how she should spend her money that she has worked for mother. Hey, my friend can work. Since I've known her, she's worked. So sorry, no person you may be my blame me no. Me say she's worked. Now not her job. When they pay her, the money goes into her husband's account, and then the husband will even go shopping. Now shopping now all kono, or me no kono, or no husband will buy what he wants, and then or no, it's like she has to ask permission for her to spend her own money. Abua bin chimore. Mo sorry, I must say marriage. Now dear we on home. Or sorry, you will have a counselor to come and say, or you're born one, you're born two, so or your expired product. Yeah, mommy, were they not all single mothers? Your life is important than what anybody will say. Missy Ghanaian community. The same mouth that will criticize will be the same mouth that when you die, they'll come and say, rest in peace, rest in peace. Oh, rest in peace. Yeah, she was a beautiful person. Oh, him, she used to do videos and everything. We used to watch. Oh, rest in peace. After that one day, rest in peace, nobody will give a damn about you. Nobody will give a damn about you. After rest in peace, no. Tomorrow, you will be to the old newspaper. You see your news, it will be a Kelewele newspaper. Nobody will give a damn. So you have to hold your life. Hey, you must love yourself the way you love that man that's beating the heck out of you in Tia. You must love yourself enough. Like that man you love so much that you can't leave. Love yourself more than him. Brenda, you don't love yourself. I didn't love myself. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was. I'm telling you, when me and my friend, we sat down, we talked the other day, we were like, we didn't even know who we were. We were just going with the flow. We didn't know. Or he will beat you, he'll buy flowers, you come and say story. He will beat you, he'll buy flowers, you come and say story. To the day he will hit you and you will not get up again. When I make a throw. Hey, the day I left, me say my right eye, I could hardly see through my right eye. When I make a throw. Oh, bomenisu, then I was seeing stars. Oh, bomenisu, hey, me say I could not see through my right eye. I'm telling you. And it's for the children, and because of the children, and because of, so you're teaching your daughter that it's okay for the husband to beat her. You're teaching your son that it's okay for him to beat the wife when he grows up and gets married. You are teaching your children that the toxic situation you're in is normal. It's okay. We just manage. It's what we are teaching generations after generations. And so when we have a platform like Facebook, we must use it properly to educate, to inform. Wow, first of all, share a story, share it so that somebody will be like, hey, so I'm not the only person that's gone through this, but I'm not the only person that's gone through it. And Kofi said, but in the UK, the women are the one abusing. But Kofi Nat, please don't come with that. Don't come and say by the women. So every woman in the UK, we are the ones that are abusing men. Then is the